My name's Rick Kruger, also known as Honda Rick, and today I've got the all-new 2019 Honda Insight with me. I want to thank my employer, Don Ayers Honda in Fort Wayne, Indiana, for allowing me to use the car for the day to do this quick tutorial on the inside and outside of the vehicle. So with no further ado, let's get ready to look around the new 2019 Honda Insight. In the meantime, please give me a big thumbs up and subscribe to the link down below to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I greatly appreciate it. So come on with me and let's go take a look at the awesome 2019 Honda Insight. So again, here is the beautiful 2019 Honda Insight in the Algerian blue. I just love how the chrome wraps around the front of the vehicle. I'll show you later, but the car has these beautiful, super bright LED headlights and LED bright lights as well. And then you've got the daytime running lights wrapped around here. On the bottom is actually the daytime running lights. And up top you have your turn signal, all in LED. This is the EX model. There's a lower level LX and an upper line touring model as well. All vehicles have standard with the Honda sensing. So you've got your radar down below here in the fender, and your camera for the lane keeping assist and so forth is up there in the windshield. The awesome thing about this car is that it looks like a Civic. It's got a trunk, a normal looking hood, body lines. So rolling down the road, you can't tell that it's a hybrid unless you see this little badge right there that says hybrid. The car rolls on 16-inch Michelin tires, which they are 215/55R16 with the alloy rims. I just love the body lines around the side of the car. And also in the back here, up above the rear tire, body lines on the side look really great. The back end looks great. You do have LED lights on the back along with regular light bulbs as well, so it's a little bit of a combo that Honda did with the backup lights here. Again, looking around the back end of the trunk here, everything looks really, really nice on this car. And like I said, I just love the body lines. Taking a quick peek around the vehicle. Another really cool thing about the new Civic Insight is when you touch the power button to turn it on, everything comes on nicely. So right now the car's ready to drive. We're in electric only mode at this point. So when I go and put it in reverse, the backup camera comes on like normal. All the instrument clusters are on. But once I take my foot off the brake, you can hear this hum. And that is alerting pedestrians around you that you are moving because the car's not making noise, so that people can be informed of your moving because they can't hear an engine because it's not running. I just feel that that is so cool. Okay, let's take the Insight out for a drive on the highway. Currently right now I've cruise set with the adaptive cruise control, but there's nobody in front of me to show the adaptive cruise control. So to show the lane departure mitigation warning here, if I get too close to the edge of the road, it gives me a vibration on the steering wheel and it gives me a warning on the steering wheel that I need to be running off the side of the road, basically. So here, to show the lane departure mitigation, I'm going to go to the edge of the road, and you'll see that the car's going to vibrate the steering wheel and give me a warning of the lane departure there. Now, if I didn't react to the warning, the car would actually slow down and steer me back towards the lane of the vehicle, the lane that the vehicle's in. Now, the lane keeping assist right here, if I push that, that turns on those lines right there in the middle. And what that does is, if I get too close to the edge of the road, and again it gives me the lane departure warning, but it will actually just steer the vehicle and keep me in the lane ahead. Also, you can see the car right there is solid because it's picking up the black car in front of me also. So right now my car slowed down a little bit because I'm following that car in front of me, and that car is going slower than my actual speed. So you can see here my cruise is set at 65, but he's going about 60 right there. So he veers off. The car's going to go hollow right there, indicating that I've got a clear lane, but I've got a truck in front of me. So now my car slows down because I picked up him in front of me. There again with the car solid. So I can also, on the button on the side of the turn signals, I can push the button to see if there's somebody coming down the lane trying to come around me, which there's not, which is nice. I can turn that on and off without using the turn signal. That is the Honda Lane Watch. So again, I'm going uphill. So the gas engine is powering the wheels and also recharging the batteries, which is the green indicator. Now that I'm coasting downhill, going down a little bit of a decline here, you can see that I'm running on not the gas engine, and the electric motor is charging the batteries right now. So now I've kind of planed off, and so the batteries are now changing its way they work and are actually powering the wheels instead of the gas engine. So they're changing roles as far as charging and now moving the vehicle. So now the gas engine helps a little bit and again charges the batteries, and it keeps switching back and forth, kind of a dual role. And both the gas engine and the electric motor, which, by the way, there's no transmission, so the electric motor is turning the wheels and using the power from the batteries, or the electric motor is charging the batteries, whichever the situation may be on the road ahead of me, or if I'm accelerating or coasting as well. So I've been driving actually pretty hard on the vehicle, and I'm still getting like 51.3 miles per gallon right now, which is crazy good, especially with how hard I've been driving the vehicle recently. And as you can see with me cruising down the highway here, my economy is actually increasing even more so, which is great. Also, with the home button right here, you can change the cycle like I mentioned in this video. There's a power flow, so I could have that up here, and I can have my radio or something else, or Apple CarPlay, or whatever I want up here, be it the radio per se, and still see my power flow down there. So you can have multiple screens either up here or on the big screen where your radio is. Some people call it a tablet. So it looks like a tablet, which is great. I like it. But again, I can hit the home button here on the steering wheel, and I can change what I want to see up here. If I want to see the traffic sign, which is also up there, but I can also have my driving support. So again, right now the car up there is hollow because there's nobody in sight of me. But when there is somebody, there's a car indicator here and tells me how close I am and so forth with traffic, which is kind of neat. So again, I turned on my right turn signal. This is called Honda Lane Watch. You can see that there's nobody in the lane beside me. Turn off the signal, and the camera turns off automatically. So I'm going to actually get off at my exit here. So we're now getting off the exit. Light here, so you can see accelerating the car is super quiet. I do have the air conditioner on, and the car is still very, very quiet. You may notice that, yes, I just did a crisscross, which is a very weird intersection here where I live. You can use the turn signal to indicate that nobody's beside me, so I can safely get over. So right here, I can have my cruise set. So right now, my cruise set speed limit here is 45 on this road. The car's indicating how close the car in front of me is, right there. Okay? But I have what is called adaptive cruise control, which I set the distance with low speed follow. So as of right now, I don't have my foot on the brake or the accelerator. Traffic is moved away. I accelerate back up to my posted speed limit without my foot on the accelerator or the brake. So once again, there's nobody in front of me, as you can see in the instrument panel, or up ahead of me. But once I catch up with the car ahead of me, which you can see here, it says 104, 103. It's getting a countdown of how close I am to the vehicle in front of me. Now at 85 yards to that vehicle. So again, my speed limit is set at 45 miles an hour, and again, it gives me a safe distance. And he pulled off, so I've got again a free rein. I am now coming up to a stop light. I just want to make clear to everybody that this is not a system to come up quickly to a car and slam on the brakes. You need to use your best judgment and slow down the vehicle yourself, like I just did with my brake, because the adaptive cruise control with low speed follow is just that. Low speed follow, not come up to somebody super fast and have the vehicle slam on the brakes because you got too close to them. That is not what the system is about. So again, back there, I used my judgment coming up to a vehicle like I normally would and put my foot on the brake to slow down the vehicle safely and securely. So I can hit resume here on the steering wheel, and again the vehicle will take off and use the adaptive cruise control with low speed follow because I'm following him. But right now he's turning off, which actually I'm going to turn off as well. So I just tapped my brake, which turned off the low speed follow and everything, which I did not want to do in this shopping center right here. I'm actually going to go through here and get some dinner really quick for the wife and kids. And as you can see, 41 miles per gallon. Can't complain whatsoever. The other day I came home from work in the car and got a whopping 56 miles per gallon rating when I got into the garage, which was awesome. Again, 56 miles an hour. Excellent. So, by the way, just tooling around in the parking lot and so forth here. This thing is super easy to drive. Very, very smooth. And extremely quiet. The electric power steering and everything is phenomenal. Just put it in the park when you get your parking spot. Turn the engine off. Even gives me a green light, so how well I did, which looks like I did pretty well. So when you're out and about, would you actually rather drive a normal looking car that gets 55 miles per gallon, 52 overall, 55 on the highway, 49 in the highway? So yeah, the highway I was getting more than 49 as you saw, but 55 in the city. So you can either have this with fantastic, outrageous, awesome gas mileage, or you can drive one of these, which looks like a hybrid. Quite frankly, this even gets better gas mileage sometimes than that and looks normal. It's your choice. So once again, the other nice thing about the Insight is that it's got the smart key entry, with the blue being a hybrid. You got the lock button up here, which locks the doors. This button here unlocks the doors. Then you got your trunk and your remote start. So again, with the key, I'll hit the lock button there. That flashes the lights. And then I'll hit the button here for the remote start. The lights flash, indicating that it received the signal from the remote. Then they flash again, indicating that the car is actually starting. So being a hybrid, you don't hear the engine run because of all the electric motors. So with the car on, the vehicle will set the temperature to 72 degrees. So if it's warm out, it will cool it down. If it's cold out, it'll warm it up again to 72 degrees. Looking at the window sticker here real quick, this is an EX, like I mentioned. And here's all the standard features briefly for you, including destination. The vehicle is 24,955. Again, 52 combined for miles per gallon, 55 in the highway, no, 55 in the city, 49 on the highway, and as you saw, it's getting much better than the EPA rating. So again, with the smart key on my person, all I have to do is put my hand inside the door handle, hear the beeps, that unlocks the vehicle for me. You've got automatic one touch down on both windows, one touch up. back windows, door locks. Here, your side view mirrors, toggle which way you need to. This button here will pop open the trunk. So back behind here, you've got a nice, spacious trunk. The cloth floor mats are standard with Honda. Underneath here, Honda has the Space Saver fix-a-flat tire pump. The reason for this is that it weighs less, which gives you better fuel economy and quicker 0 to 60 acceleration. There are levers here that you can pull to push down the back side of the trunk as well, which is really nice. And by the way, if you're thinking, well, geez, I'd rather have a spare tire, no problem. Honda has the hardware in there. And at your local Honda dealership, you can get the optional spare tire. So here is the lever for the hood. Pop that open. You also have the button for the gas, which I'll show you real quick. The trip, traction control, and your safety buttons to turn things on and off. So again, I'm going to, since I turned it back off, I'm going to push the power button here. Everything lights up very nicely, which is great. The car does have automatic on-off on the headlights, if you can see that there. On the left side of the steering wheel here, I've got my volume controls up and down. This is the back button that always take me to the previous screen. This button here is the home button for my instrument cluster up here. So then with the little toggle switch here, I can press in to select, or I can slide up and down to change to what I want. So I've got the gauge only. I can change that to kilometers or miles per hour, things like that. I can go to the Eco Drive. What that does is it tells me if I'm getting too high or too low, that I'm not driving fuel efficiently. The next one, hit the home button again. I can go to the power flow, which you've seen before in this video, telling me if the engine's running, the batteries are powering the car, so forth and so on. The next one is your fuel gauge. So currently, with the little bit of gas that's in the car over here, I can go almost 200 miles per hour. Since I've had the car for over 26 miles, I've been averaging over 50 miles per gallon, driving it hard, no doubt. I can slide it again, go to trip A, trip B, and again, press and hold it, and it'll average out to 0 if I want to reset everything. So hitting the home button again. Next one is your fuel economy. So you can see the last 2 times, the 3 times that the car has been started. I moved it here in the driveway, so I didn't get good gas mileage all last time and the third one, as you can see. So it's not a good representation. Speed and time tells me, since it's been reset, my average speed, elapsed time, so forth and so on. So again, hitting the home button here and go down to the audio. So if I want to listen to my audio, I can up here. I can change the volume up and down. Little Red Hot Chili Peppers for you. It's good. Left and right here will change the radio stations that are programmed in here. Okay. Hitting the home button again. Actually going back to audio. If I push the slider up and down, this gives me my options of what I want to listen to. So if I had music on my iPod that was plugged in, I can listen to that if there's something in there, but there's no music on there. So I can change phones. If I have multiple phones in here, I can look up the traffic sign. Driving support, that one. Again, you've seen it here on the video, it'll tell me more information on the car ahead of me, how far away it is, and things like that. Driving attention, this is always activated. You start off with 4 bars, then it'll go down to 3 bars. When it gets down to 2 bars, it's monitoring how much your driving response is with the steering wheel, and also how much you're bouncing in your lane with the lane keeping assist, and monitoring all of that. When it gets down to 1 bar, it's going to be a audible and a tactile, meaning that the steering wheel will vibrate, indicating that you need to pull over because you possibly may be drowsy. Maintenance, it'll tell you when your oil life is and so forth, and other maintenance. And then safety support, this is where you set your different forward collision warning and mitigation, braking, lane departure warning, so forth and so on. So that's where all of that is. So once again, you can see everything's green, indicating that things are on. If I turn something off, it would be gray. Warnings, if I had low fuel or something like that, that's where that would tell me. So once again, this is the instrument cluster that you can personalize and see what you want to have going on in front of you. On the right side of the steering wheel, you have your main button here, which turns your main cruise on and off. Okay, so then once you get your cruise on, you just simply hit set. That sets the speed. Resume, obviously, cancel everything. Then down here you have your button for your adaptive cruise control, which you can see there. You can change the length of the space between you and the car ahead of you. And then you have your lane keeping assist. And the lines there are hollow because the lane keeping assist is activated between 40 and 90 miles an hour in order to keep you in the lane on highway speeds. Up here you have your infotainment. So you've got your phone, settings, AM, FM. Again, your power flow, you can change that out. You can hit the back button here to go back. Apple CarPlay or Android Auto for whatever vehicle that you have. And I apologize once again for the lighting here. The sun is whiting the video out, so I can't help that. There you go. Sorry about that. So we'll go back here to the main screen here on the infotainment. You got your phone settings, so you can go in here and go into, say, vehicle, and this is where you'll change your TPMS calibration if you have a tire that's low, if you need to set up your door and windows as far as how you want things to all unlock, or if you want your, when you touch the door handle, the whole doors unlock, auto door unlock. Some people like it, so when you shift into park, all the doors unlock simply. Okay, so going back here once again, just hitting the back button to go back. You've got sound, you can change the volume, sound, bass treble for your radio, things like that. Again, the Apple CarPlay, once here, you've got all of your icons for your Apple Maps, since I have an iPod plugged in or an old iPhone. And the button here is always your home button to take you back. On this old phone, I only have Pandora. Even if you have audiobooks or podcasts, you can listen to those as well. So once again, hitting the home button here, you can go to other icons. There's a system update, which you can update the car system via wireless, connect to your home Wi-Fi or via USB. I can answer any questions you have on those. There's a compass, Honda link. I'll do another video on that. The USB 1 and 2 down here. It does not matter if you plug into the 1 or the number 2 slot. Either one will play music and also activate Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. Down here, you've got your automatic climate control, so I can turn this to change the temperature to the the temperature that I want. If I'm hot, I can turn it down, or vice versa. Or if you want to override everything and just have the fan, which I don't, I like to have it on auto and just let the car do its thing. The airbag light here is on because, well, nobody's sitting there, but if somebody was small enough, like this girl here, doesn't weigh enough for the front airbag to be left on, he is indicating that the front airbag is off for me. So, parking brake, reverse, neutral, and drive. Pretty easy. You also have your electric parking brake here, and there also is a brake hold button here. So when that is activated, when you come to a stop, you can relax and take your foot off the brake because the car is going to hold you in place after 3 seconds. Then once again, you have your Econ mode, your Sport mode, and your EV mode, your electric drive. Lots of storage in this vehicle. Bringing this up, we've got tons of storage in there. The cup holders slide back and forth, and you even have a little door over there. The seats are very roomy and very comfortable with the side bolsters as well, and the fabric on the seat is great. And also the back seat legroom is by far the largest in class, with this being bigger than a Honda Civic. Again, there's lots and lots of space. So just again, looking at the door. Also, yes, the gas cap right here. When I push this for the gas cap to open up the gas cap, this is something different because this gas cap is pressurized. When I push this to open up the gas cap, this little screen up here comes up and says wait, because it's depressurizing itself. So then it tells me when it's ready for me to open up the gas cap. So coming back here, when I open up the gas cap, the gas lid, this does have a cover that you take off, and you can put it on the edge of the cap up there, and then when you screw it back on, you want to make sure it turns, not left-handed, sorry. You want to turn it until it clicks, and then you shut the door when you're done filling up. So again, you can turn on your right turn signal here, and that activates the lane watch for you. Up here you've got cameras. No, that's my camera, that's me. You've got lights. You can push button, where obviously they come on when you open up the door, if you have it set for door mode, which I don't right now. So anyway, that's pretty simple, self-explanatory. You have a regular mirror up here, as you can see me, and then you've got these nice little clips here for if you have a toll pass or something else. So that, my friends, is the inside quick look at the Honda Insight. So I'm going to power down. And one last little quick look at the back end. Also, I told you that I'd show you the daytime running lights and so forth. So let me do that real quick. Turn it back on, turn the headlights on. I have the key in my pocket, so that's why that's turning on. So you got the LED lights down there below that are flashing, and then you have the LEDs that are super bright right up in front of you. Looking underneath the hood here, so walking up to the front of the hood here, again, you've got the 1.5 liter Atkinson engine here. You have the electric power motor to the right of it. Your main fuse box is over here. It's over here is your washer fluid container. And even with it running, you can see it's very, very quiet. You got your air filter over here, coolant overflow, and your master brake cylinder back here. This line here takes the power from the electric motor back to the batteries to charge those as well. So again, this is the 1.5 liter Atkinson Honda Earth Dreams hybrid vehicle. Again, my name is Rick Kruger, also known as Honda Rick from Don Ayers Honda in Fort Wayne. I want to thank you very much for allowing me to show you the all-new 2019 Honda Insight today, and thanks for watching my video. Please give me a big thumbs up for the video, and also subscribe down below, and comment with any questions that you have, and I will get right back with you on the right answer. So again, thank you very much, and again, this is Honda Rick signing out, and I make car buying fun. Thank you.